So off camera, you asked me how do you basically go to the next level? How do you make your next 20 grand? And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be discussing. If you've got a 9 to 5, I don't care how basic it is. I don't care how you might be thinking, well, I don't really make enough income. I don't really make enough money. It doesn't make, it doesn't make sense. This can never happen for me. I'm here to tell you it can more than happen for you. And we're about to discuss it. So yeah, let's go, boy.
Yeah, nah, to be honest, I like the way you said if you have a 9 to 5, it's more than possible. Because I used to actually believe that in order to become successful or in order to amass a huge amount of money, you need to have a business. So my mindset was the only way of making money, the only way of acquiring money is business. If it's not business, then it is impossible. And what I found is that mindset was actually wrong. That mindset was incorrect, because through having a 9 to 5, if you do certain things and if you put certain things in place, you can outbeat someone who is potentially in business who's not doing the same things that you are doing with your 9 to 5.
Clarify, like, what are certain things that I've been showing you?
Yeah.
Throughout the years, blah blah blah, and so forth.
All right. Number one, we have to start off with living below your means.
Deep.
Yeah, it's when people used to say it, or when people say it, it sounds like simple, but it's very, 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 very true, and it works. Because if you, let's say for example, you make, just to keep it like a good number, a decent number, 20k a year or 25k a year, and each month you spend pretty much 100% of what you earn. There's no way, whether you like it or not, there's no way you're going to become wealthy, because all your money that's coming in is going out. So with living below your means, is basically you have to calculate what is it that you're making and try to keep as much of it as possible. Obviously after bills, rent, tithing, if you're in church, whatever is done, but try to keep as much of it as possible. And when I say keep, it's not just to keep, but it's also to do step number 2. And step number 2 is invest. And that's played a major role in my life, from what you've taught me, investing.
So basically, there's no other way. Well, I would say let's be honest, because the average person doesn't know this. There's no other way for you to become financially independent if it's not through investing or business.
Yeah, in a nutshell, yes, because when we say investing, it's not just investing in the stock market, but investing can also be in real estate. Investing can also be into a business, like you said, a business. Investing can be in anything. It can be investing a lot of time and money into a certain project that you're working, like a side hustle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're someone who believes that you can become rich or financially independent simply from working a 9 to 5, I generally believe it is impossible. You cannot become rich working a 9 to 5. You can't.
And you're talking from experience.
I'm talking from experience. If you're someone who 100% relies on 9 to 5 and 9 to 5 alone, doesn't invest, doesn't have a side hustle, doesn't do anything, and you just think month to month you'll be able to say become rich from a 9 to 5, nah, impossible. Impossible.
What's sad is how everyone has been, I'll just say, fooled into believing that if you don't have a 9 to 5, or if you're not working a 9 to 5, then it's over for you. There's no other way.
Yeah.
Like from school, from growing up, it's like almost like they're nurturing you. And then when they release you, all right, cool, go.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Make it make sense. You have no idea on how taxes work. You don't even know where to go to sort out your taxes. By design as well. You don't know how to double your money. For example, that's why on this channel especially I've always mentioned The Richest Man in Babylon. Psychology of Money is another one that I've mentioned on this channel a few times, but if you read The Richest Man in Babylon, you're going to be good. Depends on how stubborn you are, obviously. Because some people, like I've always said, like most people, they're not too dumb to become successful or rich, but they're just too arrogant.
Mm.
They think they know it. It's like, okay, yeah, and it's like they're going and living life with that mentality of, I don't really like, I'm okay, because they've got their 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're going from paycheck to paycheck, and thank God, which is a good thing. You've never experienced that, because from training you since back then. But that's probably, I don't think there's anything worse. That's probably why anxiety is off the roof.
Yeah.
You genuinely don't. Can you imagine going to work, hating it, snooze, alarm, and then you can't quit?
You can't quit, even if you wanted to. 'Cause
Yeah.
no, in fact, you do want to quit, but you can't quit.
Yeah.
That's torture.
You generally can't quit. We've got somebody even watching us live already since we began, so which is good. But you feel like you generally can't quit. So apart from now strategy, have you ever thought about like real estate? Because we're gonna get to it, summarizing like how we can jump up and generate that 20k, because I think 20k is a significant amount where it makes someone feel like, okay, you know what, I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
All I need to do is just keep adding from now on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. Have I ever considered real estate? And the answer is yes, I have. But the game plan for me has always been, real estate is something that I will look to do towards after I've done everything else. So what I mean by everything else is after I've invested, after I've generated a lot of money from investing.
Investing what, as in crypto?
In crypto. So for now, what I tend to invest in is mainly crypto.
Yeah.
When I say crypto, I mean Bitcoin, Ethereum, a few meme coins.
The dangerous ones.
The dangerous ones. Yeah. But you gotta have them because they're very risky, they're very volatile, but the room for growth is high.
Yeah.
But the room for loss is also high.
Massive.
It's massive. Yeah, it's a massive.
Real.
Being very honest, it is real. And if anyone is wanting to dabble in meme coins or does dabble in meme coins, I would advise, don't put a large amount of money in meme coins. Always try to diversify in safe coins, or safe cryptos, safer cryptos than meme coins.
Yeah.
But yeah, my game plan was always invest, make a lot of money from investing, and then later on, when I've made a lot of money in investing, that's when I'll look to park it into real estate. And the reason I said park it is because real estate is good, but first of all, the process it takes and the procedures you have to go through to get a building, to make sure it's a good building, to then make that building turn into an asset and start generating money, find someone to potentially rent it out, finding a good person to rent it out. That's another challenge, because I've heard so many stories of tenants not wanting to pay rent, or tenants paying rent and then 5 months later saying they're not going to pay rent, and then you have to go down the process of kicking them out. Finding someone to pay rent, and then if it appreciates in value, the process to sell it, selling it off, and then paying all the fees. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's a long process to get back your profit, or even a long process to make money from, compared to things like crypto and the stock market.
Did you know that there is like tenant laws and all of these things which it backs up the tenant? So basically, if the tenant is like, which for me is crazy. If the tenant is like, oh, they don't want to pay. Think of someone who's gonna strike, kind of thing. There are laws that will back them up. Like, okay, no, they can file this, and you basically can't kick them out. You're gonna have to go through a process to be able to kick them out.
That's crazy.
Bear in mind, you're taking all the losses. Yeah. And let's not forget, for example, if a roof breaks or something, I don't know, like there's a leak. Roofs cost a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to get the loft done.
Yeah.
Do you know what they quoted?
No,
I don't think you know.
No.
They quoted, what was it? 3K.
3K.
Yeah. Three something. 3K. 3 point something. Okay. Just like to get
Yeah,
the
flooring,
yeah
that's
the
it.
flooring,
Yeah.
flooring. There's going to be one light and the aluminium stairs that's connected to the like the door
Yeah,
thingy
yeah.
to open the loft. Yeah, that comes down with it. 3 grand. And then he didn't know the guy sales tactic that you can use, especially for your business or side hustle. The guy didn't know I knew what he was onto, but he tried putting some pressure on us. Then I guess it worked. But he tried putting some pressure on us. It didn't work on me, but it worked on someone else. I'm not going to mention the name, but he tried putting some pressure on us that, we've just had a cancellation.
Yeah.
Someone just cancelled for this date. How long you want to get done for? We want to get done as soon as possible. We asked for a discount. Oh, I'm sorry, can't give any discounts. No, can't. Yeah, I can't do any discounts. Oh, I'll tell you what though, somebody just cancelled. So, but it's like accepting now. If you accept now, we'll give a 10% discount, but that's the maximum that we can go. So 10%, it works out to like I think 2 point something K.
Yeah.
And then they do finance, all of these like buy now, pay later kind of method.
What happened to no discounts?
Exactly. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So now with you, for example, which is the title of this video, where or how can you make your next 20 grand with a 9 to 5 job? And it's not impossible. It sounds impossible. I'm telling you guys, it's 100% not impossible.
Yeah.
You're going to have to create some form of a business, but still leveraging your 9 to 5. So the money that you gain from your 9 to 5, cipher it through and create like a separate on one of the banks like Monzo. You can create like pots, but for you can either have a separate bank account or you could have separate pots. And for the business itself, I don't know, like have you thought about business wise what you want to go into? Is it media? Is it I don't know, YouTube related? In what industry and so forth, so that they can hear it?
Yeah. So the business I want to go into, and currently trying to improve, is the media or YouTube industry. And the reason I chose that is because I looked at what I'm passionate about, and I've always been passionate about fitness.
Okay.
And that's something that even after my 9 to 5, I tend to do. I tend to go gym. I tend to try keep my body in shape. So I thought, okay, yeah, this has to be the best niche to go into.
So what's like stopping you? What do you think is preventing you from success, or why you haven't seen success yet? And by the way, that's not like a trick question or anything, because I know it's not just like, all right, I'm gonna snap my finger and I'm gonna be successful. Boom. It doesn't work like that, obviously. But what do you think? What's like the next thing that you need to unlock? That's gonna start propelling you forward, like with way more momentum.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because this goes back to what we were saying about the 9 to 5. Although a 9 to 5 can be used to fuel your side business, it also comes with its cons, negatives.
Like?
Well, after a 9 to 5, you're tired, man. It's so weird because many times, you sit down and you say, okay, cool, I wasn't that busy at work. But somehow, when you come back from your 9 to 5, you're mentally tired, and just to like summon the energy somehow to try and do your side business, or in my case, YouTube, it's so hard. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying, but I'm not saying it as an excuse. I'm just saying it as a point that I've noticed that's where I need to now double down on and literally prioritize my side hustle. If it means that I need to cancel some overtime shifts and prioritize that simply to work on my side hustle, then that's what I have to do. But yeah, as for me, what will take me to the next level in terms of my YouTube is consistency.
Consistency. How many hours do you work, roughly?
A week, I'd say roughly 45. Okay, no, sorry, 48. That's, with no overtime, nothing.
No overtime.
Yeah.
So that's all of like the works combined.
Yeah, okay, we'll say 50.
50 hours.
Yeah, we round up to 50 because it depends on
like different jobs,
different
shifts,
jobs, different
blah,
shifts,
blah, blah. 50 hours a week. This is what I've always said. Life of a man is super tricky, and you have to tackle it, analyzing like, okay, my current situation. If I do this, where would it lead me, and what will happen? Because the other route is you just do ungodly amount of hours,
Yeah.
and it analyzes like, okay, well, apart from doing the ungodly amount of hours, what more can I do to actually push me to the next level? Because I feel like you end up always reaching a cap
Yeah.
with like just working a 9 to 5. It's like,
Yeah.
so let's say, okay, I'm now doing 80 hours per week.
Yeah.
It's like, till when? It's obviously not sustainable. You can't do it for 5 years.
No, you can't.
I mean, the other day I saw a Nigerian guy. He passed away on his way to work because he was exhausted. He was working like, I think 4 or 3 different jobs, maximizing the hours like crazy, and yeah, he passed away on his way to work.
Stuff's not easy, and you know what the sad thing about that is, even though he was working 4 to 5 jobs, you're still, number one, capped at so much, because there's only so much money you can get from a job. But in terms of like side business, and what you've always told me is side business has unlimited potential. So that's always like, that's the pain of it, because I've also thought about, okay, let me just double down on full on 100% and just divert myself to working as much hours as I possibly can at work. 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, if that's even legal. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can do it.
You
Yeah,
can do
People are
that. There's
doing
plenty
it,
of jobs. Yeah, that people are doing,
Yeah.
especially the immigrants like Polish,
Yeah,
them Russian mandem and all of
Yeah.
this. They
100%.
bang hours.
Yeah, and the only reason I have considered that though, and the only reason that will work, is if you have a system in place, and if you know what you're gonna do with your money. Because, for example, there's some people who will do that, and we probably know some people like this. They'll put in so many hours. They'll put in 60 hours, 70 hours a week, and they'll take all of that money and just spunk it. Or they'll put in 60. They'll put 60 hours in a week,
Waste.
70 hours, and that money will simply be used to pay for their lifestyle.
You know, and there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them
I
out
work with
there.
people like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Like, they literally, they work to survive, and that's what you mentioned earlier. Working paycheck to paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, but they work to survive. But the only way that method would be beneficial is if you work, you put in the overtime, and then you funnel the money through to your investments, or you save it in a high yielded bank account. But mainly, yeah, personally, I think investing it best route.
So I'm glad, because there's a few people now watching us here. So high yield savings account, put in. So let's give like a basic example. Let's say, for example, you start off with a job and it's paying you. And I normally like to use dollars because it makes sense like worldwide. If you use like, I don't know, GBP or pound, like some people that might not, you know. So dollars, let's say it's making you 2K. 2K is pushing it, because not everybody can make even 2K.
Yeah.
1.5.
$1.5
Like
thousand
the
dollars.
bare, yeah, $1,500.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Okay, if I was making $1,500 a month from whatever job, what I would do is, as soon as I get the money, first thing is I divide the money into different pots. And when I say pots, it's just different things that you want the money to go into, or you want to spend the money on.
Yeah.
So, for example, pot number 1 will be investment pot, and I will aim to, from 1,500, I will aim to invest at least £1,000 from that a month. But obviously, what I'm saying is very dependent on each individual scenario. So, for example, if you're
Your
somewhere,
living situation
yeah,
and
different
stuff, innit?
situations. 1,500. If you have kids, then it's a different story. If
You
your
messed up.
rent might be high, then it's a different story. Your car bills, it's a different story. But in the ideal scenario, 1,500, I would say try invest as much as possible. As much as possible. That can be 50%, that can be 60%, it can be 40%, but just as much as possible. And you take that money out first, right? So I would say try to invest £1,000.
If
But
you can.
if you can't, and you have to pay like expensive rent.
Yeah.
Let's say rent is, let's be honest, rent will take the £1,000.
Rent can do. Depends on where you live. If you live in the city, for example, like London,
Yeah.
there are like a single bedroom house
Yeah.
or apartment where you could pay 1,000 in rent.
Yeah.
New York, you could pay 1,000 plus in rent. So it really just depends. I'll say that's what I'm saying. It's all a psyop. I would say most people, the thing that actually takes a ton of their money away is their living,
100%.
their house, and then they go and mess it up even more by buying a car.
Yeah, that's, I'm gonna have to take a calculator out because if I'm being realistic and we're including like all sorts of things, then the average person can't save £1,000.
Impossible.
Impossible. Not with a salary of
Wait,
£1,000.
I think it's possible. It depends on the sacrifice
Yeah.
you're willing to do.
Yeah.
Most people, they can't because their rent is high and they've got either a car
Yeah.
or but if let's say, for example, if you start busing it and you say, okay, you know what, you're obviously not going to live like a tramp, but you accept that, all right, I'm about to go through struggle. Yeah. If you've got a car, you get rid of it. If you're paying rent super, super high, I don't know where you live, but wherever you live, they're charging you an arm and a leg, and you decide, okay, I'm going to move out because I need to cut down my expenses. Say, for example, you start paying rent for 200.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it exists, but
Yeah.
I'm sure if you hustle, maybe you might know someone you went to school with. Maybe they now own like a thing where you can rent. Try and get your rent as low as possible.
Yeah.
200, 300 if you can. These are the low numbers. If you start going like 600, 800, you obviously it's high. If you try to bring that super low, even with a basic income, low level income, I don't see why it's not possible.
Yes, yeah, 100%. If you were able to lower all your outgoings very, very low, it is very possible. It's very possible. But it just depends on how determined you are to find those places and those opportunities where rent is that those prices. But it is possible, like you said. And with that, I would then say try invest as much as you can. I don't want to put a number.
So, but put like the scenario like I gave you. So you're starting from zero.
Yeah.
And so the first thing is you try and get someone you can rent proper cheap.
Proper cheap.
Dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap, yeah.
Like right now, you're not in the
Dirt cheap.
position you are today. Like,
Yeah.
what would you do to get back to the position that you are today?
Oh yeah,
That's what
okay,
I mean.
cool. I will find the cheapest place possible. When I say cheap, I don't care how bad it is, yeah? As long as there's shelter
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna, die from flipping a disease or like a...
Yeah. But how about
Yeah.
there's cockroaches?
Oh, okay, that's it. Come on, man. that changes things now.
Big bottle brand, baby.
Big boy brand, baby. That changes things now.
But I think I'll
yeah.
say, even though right now it's funny saying that,
Yeah.
but if you're on the verge of becoming homeless, it's either that or I'll do it.
Bro, because the street, let's be honest, the street is like, you're gonna have cockroaches on the street, worms, it rains, and it's very damp and fungus is growing everywhere. So 100%. If literally worst of the worst, 100%. Like the life of a man, you see what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you suffer today to enjoy tomorrow. So yeah, 100%. I'll take the cheapest place with cockroaches, whatever. I will get any job. I mean, any job possible. Possibly a job that offers overtime and night shifts, and I will work like a madman. I mean, every shift I can do, my name's down there. Every shift going, I'm there. Night shift, I don't care. Afternoon shift, I don't care. Morning shift, bam. Then with that money, I'll save everything. I'll try save as much as possible because I'm starting from zero. So I might as well do everything in my power to help me go forward. I'll save as much as I can, At that point, I won't even care about my physique. I won't care about my appearance too much. My priority will be to up my money, get my money up. So I'll save. While saving, that's when I'll open an investment account. Preferably an ISA, a stocks and shares ISA account, because it's tax free. Whatever money you put in an ISA, you can withdraw tax free. So I'll open an ISA account, and everything that I'm making from my job, I'll be putting it into the stock market, investing it fully, everything, and I'll forget about it. Do that for about, I'll say 2 years. 2 years of just solid grinding, 1 job, 2 job, 3 jobs, side hustles, just to make more money. And then after the 2 year mark, once I've reached, I think in 2 years doing that, you can easily reach 20,000. If you're not around 20,000, you can be very close to it. 15,000 to 20,000. 2 years of doing that, and from there I'll look to start a side hustle.
From there, look to start a side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle, side business, something that I can do on the side, whether that's YouTube, whether that's an actual like business that you're selling stuff, whether that's picking up a skill like cutting hair, barbering, whether that's doing PT on the side. Anything I can where I can do from the side of my 9 to 5 or my job. Learn that, become very good at it, put it on social media, begin to attract attention from social media, and then try to make it digital, and then when that starts making more money than my 9 to 5, quit my 9 to 5.
You're off to the races.
Off to the races.
Okay, cool. So I'll say that's where the initial first 20 grand will come from.
Yeah.
And then now, for example, I would say the next best place is I would say for you now, yeah, having heard the scenario, just tapping into your mind a bit, it's not gonna be easy, but then again, life of a man, what's easy? It's all hard. You just have to pick your heart in it. I would say your next 20 grand needs to and has to come from your side hustle. Because I think if you focus on that, you're still gonna have the 9 to 5 job anyways, and that's going to happen. So like the next 20 grand from there is going to happen bit by bit, but it's just gonna take longer. But you're trying to reduce the time. You see what I mean? And acquire the skills, or the skills I've been teaching you guys, but you're trying to put it into practice. You see what I mean? And it's only then it will actually build something of value. So the skills that I've been teaching you guys, and for the people who are serious, links should be in the description now below, because some of you guys mentioned it, asked it yesterday. So the link should be in the description down below if you do want to work with me one-on-one. It's not cheap, but there's quality. Things that are of quality, I'm telling you right now, they're never cheap, because you get what you pay for, as they always say in business. So, and we're results driven. I want to get you not only physically great, but financially great as well. In fact, I might even coin the term financially fit. I'm trying to get you to become financially fit. You get it? Double entendre right there. If you didn't know that, Google that word. So I want to get you in both states, and this is exactly what I've been able to do with AB as well. You can see even in the thumbnail, physicality is there, but now we're just trying to maximize the financial side of it, where it takes you really above and beyond from a basic thing. Because that's one thing I've seen people don't really touch on, where if you've got a basic 9 to 5 job, it feels like this is it. I'm on a hamster wheel, like I'm never going to come out. I need to do something spectacular to actually make money. Whereas like, no, you could come out of your current situation with a 9 to 5, and then the side hustle, you're grinding, and before you know it, your side hustle replaces your 9 to 5 job. So for you, I'll say it has to come from a 9 to 5, but you need to make offers. You have to make offers. Because how are you going to make money but you don't have anything you're offering to sell? The only thing you're relying on, and this is directly personal to you now, the only thing you're relying on is YouTube income right now. And YouTube income, who knows? It takes a while to become monetized. So get your 1,000 subscribers, then get your 4,000 watch time hours. That's something that you can't control. So why not control the things that you can control?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, for example, like creating, which is something that I'm giving you something that I'm gonna do on one of my channels or whatever it is. But the idea is like creating a somewhat of a fitness plan, for example. Yeah, fitness plan where little meal preps with all the knowledge that you've been acquiring, all the knowledge that I've been teaching you, passing it on is more than valuable because you've taken the knowledge and you've done it. So now it's embedded in you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now you can take that skill and also monetize it.
Yeah.
Build an audience around it. This way you start making money sooner, and it's gonna make you focus less on the 1,000 subscribers. Because even after you get the 1,000 subscribers, for example, the goal that you said, oh, by the end of this year you want to hit 1,000 subscribers. This is off camera, and I told you that that's not the ideal goal that you want. It's more so like by the end of this year I want to release, for example, 100 quality videos. And by quality it doesn't mean fancy editing, whoosh 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 whoosh, but more so 100 quality videos that actually impact people.
Yeah.
That like somebody watches, they're like, raw, that was actually entertaining and valuable at the same time. You see what I mean? And then put your business offer, what you're offering. So it doesn't just have to be that. It could even be, for example, I don't know, you designed it's called white labeling, but you designed a product around fitness or whatever it is. Or, you know, we've seen clothing brands. There's so many different avenues you can go down. Or affiliate marketing, for example. So finding a program, there's a website called ClickBank. ClickBank is an affiliate website where you can sign up and find a product that someone's already selling, but find a product that is expensive, and then the profits will be worth it. You know, 20% of $2,000 is a lot of money compared to 20% of a product that's been sold for $20. You see what I mean? You find a product like that and you start with affiliate marketing. A good resource as well to check out, if you type affiliate marketing, Sean Connell. Sean Connell, he's a Christian as well, which is good. But he dives deep and his channel makes a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars from just affiliate marketing. But on high ticket items.
Yeah.
So because he teaches YouTubers on how to build a YouTube channel, do all of that. And he reviews a lot of tech, cameras, and you know the prices of cameras aren't cheap.
No.
So even 10%, for example, on you selling a 300 grand camera, that's £300 or $300. You're laughing. You do that 10 times already, you're in a good situation.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I think that's what's going to take you to the next level. And I'm even glad we've got consistently like people literally still tuning in. So
Nice.
I would say with affiliate marketing, that's where the next 20 grand can potentially come in, because and then you're less focused on like the subscribers, and then the more videos you make anyways is going to allow you to reach that. And then when you unlock that money, it's icing on the cake.
Yeah. Just another stream unlocked.
Another stream unlocked. So think more business minded, like what business can I do that I can apply onto what I'm already working on. So then the businesses start to intertwine, but it's still under one umbrella business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
So whenever I say apparel, like there's like could be clothing, white labeling. I'm just gonna drop the source. I'm dropping a bunch of sources on this video. Something that it got my mind kind of thinking. I saw on Etsy. It was on Etsy, where someone was selling a PDF.
PDF.
Yeah, like a actual
file.
File. Yeah, a file where they had designed like you know how you go in people's houses and you see like a picture hung up. But you know those like not cute, but I'd say they look nice because it's like clean, simple. You know those frames where you can have like multiple pictures in one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of that. They designed it to scale, so if you were to print it at home with those giant printers, it will print in good quality.
Wow.
So they just designed the file, just the file,
Wow. No way.
and they put it up for sale. And I promise you, God is watching me. It sold about 200 of them. PDF.
Wow.
PDF.
Wow.
200 of them. And they were selling, I think, this one, there was a bunch of them that I discovered. But this one in particular, they were selling it for, I think, $30. Do the maths, run the maths on that quickly. I said...
And he sold 200, you said?
Yeah, I think it was even more than 200. But let's just round it down to 200.
Yeah.
For $30.
£6,000.
6K.
Yeah.
6 is like what? That's what I'm saying, is like you have to be business oriented and you have to do something business. There's like right now you have nothing of offer. So even if I went on your YouTube channel, for example, the fitness one, do you want to shout it out?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Life of ABMP is called.
Life of ABMP. Yeah, so if you went to anyone who's into fitness or whatever, is head over to Life of ABMP. But if I went to Life of ABMP and I actually like, no matter the subscribers you have, even if you had 10, and I'm like, raw, I actually like this video that I watched.
Yeah.
It was edited like, I don't know, like a Jesse James? Jesse West?
Jesse James.
Jesse James.
Jesse James West.
Jesse James West. Like, it was great editing. Everything was super good, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I like this guy. I want to buy something from him. Bro, there's nothing I can buy from you.
Yeah, I get you.
You're busy waiting to become monetized. You're busy. You see what I mean?
There's no product. There's nothing that can...
There's no PDF that I can download of a fitness workout program because I like your physique. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that alone can, even if you start putting £20 or $20 in the back of your pocket, 6 months, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine some of the clients that I need, for example, that I have. Yeah, imagine if I didn't create the offers that I've created. Yeah, even when I was doing the S&T days.
Yeah.
You realize right now, I don't even know, like the extra income that I'm receiving, I wouldn't have received it if I didn't create the offer. You see what I mean? So some of my clients, for example, like let me just use Larry as an example. Like if I didn't have that available, I wouldn't even have him as a potential buyer or as a client because I didn't have any offers. So I'll say for you is like you need to create an offer, but you need to make more offers as well. So then this way it covers everything. So it's like if someone can only afford, I don't know, $20, they've got something that they can buy from you that you sell for $20.
Yeah.
If they want more of your, like, oh right, I want to work one-on-one with him, then there's a program where you can charge $200 and they're able to actually get that from you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
I really like that book that you mentioned. There's no affiliate link of where to buy it. Even Amazon themselves, they could have paid you even $3 if they bought a book from Amazon that you recommended. For example, let's say in this video I have Richest Man in Babylon, which is a book I've always recommended for the longest. Not even Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm not saying Rich Dad Poor Dad is a bad book. If you haven't read it, read it. Most people have. But not even Rich Dad Poor Dad, but Richest Man in Babylon. And I put the link because I became an Amazon affiliate, which is super straightforward to do. I done this years ago. And you go ahead and buy the book, I get paid. Now if you start multiplying it by views, you see what I mean? It might not be life changing, but I'm sure you would accept an extra $600 or £600 in your bank account for what? For mentioning a book. You see what I mean? So I say for you need to think of, okay, what can I add or what can I start selling with the little views that I'm getting and start maximizing the system, maximizing the funnel. That for you, I generally believe that's like along with obviously still posting editing, the long part of making
Yeah.
content, innit? Making any of the videos. But I think that's what's gonna solidify, you know? It's gonna make you more excited as well. Whenever you make a video, like you mention like the product that you're selling in the video. For example, for me, it's an excitement for me doing this, and I mentioned like, okay, if you do want to work with me one-on-one, which is similar to what I'm doing right now, one-on-one, where I'm telling you, okay, what you need to do, blah blah blah, tailored towards you. Link in the description, blah blah blah. Click on it if you're serious. If you're not serious, obviously forget about it, because I'm not gonna work with you anyways. But there's excitement to that, because it's like, okay, I can gain another client. Oh yeah, I can make another sale. I can make another sale. Whether it's a drop shipping store, whatever it is. Do you see what I mean? I think that's what's lacking with you. It's gonna give you more of a, when you come back from work, you're gonna like be a bit more excited. Like, oh, let me check my.
Yeah, 100%.
check,
It makes sense, because I've heard I've seen like you said, people like
Jesse
James West,
Jesse
sorry.
James West.
And a lot of people in my industry,
Mhm.
they always have a course or a product that's attached to what they're doing. And I remember in our recent conversations, we've been even noticing how a lot of the top people, a lot of the top influencers in like the fitness niche, in the fitness YouTube niche, they're not posting videos anymore.
It's hard.
It's hard to actually see them post a video, and that's
my
because
days,
they've
man.
built up businesses behind their brand, behind their YouTube, where they're selling apps, they're selling fitness courses, they're selling meal prep ingredients and stuff like that.
Yep.
They're selling merch, so much so that they're focused on that more so than producing a video.
Yeah.
And it goes with what you're saying. So
Yeah.
that's just like opened a whole lot of ideas in my head.
You know, one influencer in fitness that I saw blow up, literally I witnessed them blow up, their name literally escaped my mind. Some white Irish guy. He's got a decent aesthetic physique. He's not super massive, but he's a physique, like his aesthetic. But he does like cooking videos. I don't know if you've ever come across him.
No.
Like he cooks basically, but like showing you how to prepare meals that fit with your diet plan. And he just started posting that from Ireland, and I can't lie, his account blew up, but he monetized it by creating a app where he puts all of the recipes.
No way.
So he's calculated all of the macros, everything, and you basically, once you buy access to the app, you can then eat delicious meals that actually taste good, but he's counted up all of the macros and calories inside it.
Sick.
So he'll tell you like, okay, on the app, for example, there's a perfect measurement.
Yeah.
If you just follow this measurements, and you're trying to lose, I don't know, 10 kilos, let's just say, and you need to stay in within a calorie deficit of, I don't know, 500. All of these foods, if you eat them, let's just say list one, all foods where it's like 500 calories. So anything you pick from there, 500 calories. And as I was saying, let's say you're trying to for the whole day, you're trying to eat 1,500 calories. So okay, out of all of that, for breakfast, maybe I can have 2 bagels,
Sick.
2 eggs, because he's already calculated. So you just pick that plan, like 2 bagels, 2 eggs. And then for lunch, another 500.
Genius.
I can pick out of lunch, I don't know, spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
I just have to follow the recipe. That's my macros hit.
Wow.
500, and then for dinner I can pick this. He has even desserts as well, like desserts that fit in with the nini. So if you do want to eat dessert, then you might want to make sure your option for lunch, instead of 500 calories, you want to make sure maybe it's 300 calories, and a banana for later, so it keeps you semi-full, and then later on you can have your milkshake, your dinner, and your dessert, because it all fits in. And
It's
then
like he simplified it.
Very simple
for the general.
Yeah. So once you know how much weight you want to lose, the deficit that you want to be under, you've got now a massive list of things that you could eat. So you could now wake up, look at your menu. All right, today I'm gonna eat this, which equals up to 1,500 calories. Job done. Follow the instruction. Job done. Downloaded on an app. You see what I mean? So investing wise, we can say it took him some time, obviously, because apps, if you don't know how to do it yourself, they're not easy to make. Maybe
No.
5K, 6K, you can end up dropping. But long term,
Crushing
the job is done. Yeah,
Job is done.
because you only have to make the app once,
Yeah.
and then you can sell it a
Monthly
million times.
subscription.
Yeah, monthly subscription,
Yeah.
for example.
It's like what Matt does fitness
Mm.
in the YouTube fitness niche.
Yeah.
He's crushing it, man.
Mm.
He made his gym app where it tells you specific workouts to do.
Okay.
If you're looking, for example, like if you're looking to build like a bodybuilding physique, you'll click on that option. If you're looking to get slim but stay athletic, you'll click on that option.
This is Matt Does Fitness.
Matt Does Fitness.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you're someone who just wants to, just stay flexible, just kind of dabble with working out, you'll click on that option. Each workout has an explanation. It has a video of someone breaking it down, and the videos are either him or his wife, and
Yep.
he's doing numbers. So he's one of the fitness influencers that I've noticed. He's no longer posting or focused on YouTube videos, but he's now focused on the business side, and he is crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
Do you know roughly how much he's making per month?
Per month, roughly, I would say he's making anywhere from 20,000 to 40,000 a month.
Wow.
A month, yeah. Because he's got so many different streams of income. He's got his own gym.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Morsia. It's called the Morsia app. He's got his YouTube channel. The YouTube revenue from the channel, from the adverts and stuff. Then he's got the sponsorships with Gymshark, sponsorships with MyProtein, sponsorships with other gym related companies, and that's about 7 alone. And then you add like a lot of them are probably into investing as well.
Yeah.
Let's say crypto, stock market. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing numbers.
Damn. So I'll say that's the route that you
Yeah,
personally need to take. Like
100%.
whereas like I need to, rather than wait,
yeah,
start thinking, not only thinking of ways of making money but implementing them.
yeah,
So then you're collecting the bag as you're
As I go.
as you're building.
yeah. Because you know what you said about the YouTube revenue, the YouTube adverts not paying as much.
Yeah. And you're in fitness as well.
Yeah, I'm in fitness. I've heard that from who was it? I think it was Nathaniel Messiah or someone else in the fitness YouTube industry. They said that you shouldn't really rely on YouTube adverts because it doesn't pay that much, as much as you think. But like you said, turning it into a business earlier on, you'll make much more money as you go. And apparently there's like some people who don't have a lot of subscribers, but they make more money than people who have more subscribers than them.
1,000,000,000%.
Crazy.
1,000,000,000%. 1,000,000,000%. One of the channels, which I can't mention right now because it's faceless, and just to protect the niche before somebody ends up jumping on it and colliding it. But on one of those faceless channels that I have, it's already outperformed and financially than most YouTubers' channels from just one video. Because on that one video on that one channel, that video I think made close to 2K or something, or 1 point something
Yeah.
like that. Where it's because of the CPM, because of also the wisdom. Because on that channel as well, I took it a step further by creating like business, creating a website where you could buy another product, blah blah blah, and so forth. So that only solidifies what you just mentioned there. Of if you could build onto something, then easily, and I say easily, it's not that I'm saying like it's easy to do this work, but whenever I say easily, I'm saying easily in the sense that it's not actually that hard. If you ask people who even they've made 10 million, for example, they'll tell you it was hard, but it would be disingenuous of me to tell you it was super hard. Like I was literally dying on my deathbed, and then I made that money. It's like it was hard, but it wasn't that hard. It's like you just have to do the right things and be patient.
Be patient, yeah.
For a long time, and then before you know it, it could happen for you. So if you watched the video this far, I'll say smash the like button, share this, and if you're in need of one-to-one training, spots are limited, but if the spots are available, then links should be in the description down below. Sign up to it if you want. If you don't, if you feel like you can do everything by yourself, by all means, go ahead, go through all of the YouTube videos, go through the thousands of the videos, thousands of hours, and try and figure things out by yourself. But for me, it makes sense if I have someone who's done something with investing, physique, or whatever it is. I would love to learn from them. Why? Because it's like I'm just shortening the time towards the success. I get there quicker. So that's what I've done with AB all this time. And yeah, we've been growing year on year, scaling. Like you honestly, you can't believe. And then when you factor in like his age, it's a joke. Now it's more working on like preservation, like and not trying to make life super hard for yourself when you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's nice. The idea is nice. Okay, I can make an extra, this 1,000, or I can make an extra couple of thousands, tens of thousands. Where now is wisdom. That's when wisdom comes in.
Yeah.
And experience, obviously. So yeah. So for those people who are serious, as I said, you know where the link is. If you want to get in touch with AB as well in regards to like fitness and stuff like that, Life of ABMP. And yeah. Apart from that, is there anything else that you need?
Nah, just back onto it, I guess.
So literally what side hustle wise, know what you need to do basically.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, cool. We'll catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, stay safe. May God bless you. Seek first the kingdom of God and everything else.